Welcome back to another episode of Talkative. We're back on the show this week. I know I decided to take a week off last week. There was no episode last week, so I sincerely apologize for that. Had to take the week off overall for mental reasons. Just needed a little break for myself and overall for the show because I wanted more time to plan out, ideate, research, and find good articles to really dig in and talk about this week. So for this week, we're going to be tackling the idea and the overall aspect of subscription services and within the world of tech and what's going on with subscription services as a whole. Now, I know you guys probably pay for a lot of things on a monthly basis, whether it's Hulu, Apple Music, Spotify, any podcasting platform, whatever the case may be, and you guys know for a damn fact that after months of paying for these subscriptions, everything begins to add up. And that's pretty much what the situation is here with a company known as Netflix, which we've all heard of. Netflix is once again raising the prices of their monthly subscription tiers. And like I said, this really takes a bullet on the consumer more than it does on the company because, well, first and foremost, one of the main reasons that people automatically assume as to why a company like this makes a particular move, like these price hikes, is because of overall money reasons. The company needs money, right? So, yes, and that's pretty much where we're at here with Netflix once again, with them raising their overall prices. Company needs money because their growth is slowing down, and its annual production budget for a lot of new IPs and new shows and new series is going up. So, apart from this, there's another way that Netflix is dealing with this overall stagnant growth or this decreasing growth and overall high production value, high budget production value. So, password sharing is the other thing that I want to be discussing momentarily after I briefly discuss their new price hikes. Oh, and just to keep you guys up to date, this price hike or these price increases will start to happen with a lot of bills tomorrow. So as I'm recording this episode today, March 29th, the price hikes will take place starting tomorrow, March 30th. So if you see that your Netflix bill is taking a hit because of this price hike, now you know why. Yeah, so this sucks. This sucks overall because as you know, Netflix it's already expensive as it is, and just them having to make a move to increase their prices and really find different ways to get money out of the consumer. It's a form of desperation, I would say, and it's just the way that Netflix is to get more money out of us, and it's unfortunate, but we live in a world where money, some situations where the money just doesn't cut it. The amount of money that we're earning right now won't cover anything that we're planning on for the future. So that's pretty much where Netflix is at because Netflix does want to make more IPs, does want to make more shows, just overall new content for everyone who owns a Netflix account, but they can't do that without the main source, and that main source is money. And also, just a quick word on the overall prices. The branding prices starting tomorrow. The basic plan for Netflix will now be $10. The standard tier will now be $15.50, and the 4K tier is now $20. So now this is obviously a $2 to $3 difference in increase as to what they were before this. So, and a lot of you guys may look at this on paper and say $2 to $3 isn't a lot, but like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, every subscription that you pay for begins to add up no matter what. So, um, this will take a hit. Probably not in the beginning. Probably not when you first paid that new bill of a $3 increase, but over time, when you're paying for other stuff, and then you notice that your overall balance starts to get lower and lower and lower pretty quickly because you're paying for all these things, and some of these fees have gone up over time, just like your Netflix bill. So it takes a hit on a lot of consumers, and eventually people are not going to be happy with how much this is all adding up with everything else they got to pay for. So that's why two to $3 does make a difference no matter what. I don't care. To be honest, I don't care what amount it is. When it has to do with money, whenever there's an increase or a decrease, if it's $2, $3, $5, $10, $50, it will make a difference no matter what, because that's how much of an effect and impact money has in today's society. It's value, it's valuable. We need money for everything: food, jobs, overall healthcare. Nothing is free. Nothing is free in this world that we live in, especially in this country, in America. Nothing is free. Nothing is cheap. So money is one of the biggest values that we have. Not the value. Money is not something that should be valued and prioritized first. Your overall well-being, your overall life, spending time with your loved ones, enjoying life for what it is, that's more valuable than money. But we can't just say that money isn't valuable for our everyday uses in our everyday lives, because it is. So it doesn't matter how much the increase or how much the decrease is, it will make a difference no matter what. So yeah, I mean, once again, if you've been here for the couple of Netflix price hikes that they've had before, you're probably not used to this either way, but they're doing it again. And just to discuss the second way that Netflix is trying to just get more money out of the consumers, they're finally, after so many years of being lenient and letting password sharing slide, they're finally testing a crackdown on password sharing, which means when it comes to password sharing, you're essentially sharing your password of your account to people outside of your overall household. So the people that are not paying for their own subscription, they're allowed to use Netflix, watch anything on Netflix through your account, through your password. Now Netflix has decided to make the move to crack down and do a test to see if, or to find ways to really stop password sharing as a whole. And this, like, just like the price hike, this is also going to affect users in a negative way, more of like pushing them away, in the sense of, okay, there's no point in even me watching Netflix because it's really freaking expensive. And for one, they really just said no to all password sharing, so it's not as reliable, it's not as usable, it's not as flexible. I'm gonna go to another streaming service. So it's a really big risk, and I feel like the companies should just let password sharing slide, because again, not everyone has the money to pay for their own monthly subscription. And maybe, they want to ask a friend, a family member, and maybe that friend or family member is willing to give them their password and let them watch whatever they want to watch, because they know that they don't really have the money and the resources to pay for their own monthly subscription, their own monthly account. So interested to see how that's gonna go out. I think when I was doing research for this episode, I read that in some particular countries like Chile and Brazil, they've already started doing this test by adding additional $2 to $3 on accounts that have multiple users on one account. So an extra $2 to $3 to have multiple accounts and names under one single account, which again sucks. It's unfortunate for everyone who has a Netflix account and who's been using Netflix for the longest time. But in the world where money, is a main possession, one of the main priorities for a lot of these companies, it's just the things that we're gonna have to deal with no matter what. So that's the talk on Netflix and everything that's going on with their price hikes. Remember, starting tomorrow. So if you see your Netflix bill go up, you know why, because of this episode. But no, anyways, off to the second part of this of today's subscription talk, and that is Apple. Yes, one of the biggest tech giants known to man, one of the biggest modern day tech giants. They are planning to have a subscription service, not for software this time, but for hardware. Yep. You're going to be able to pay a monthly price to use your iPhone and not necessarily own it. Sounds sketchy. It sounds pretty bad at first, and that's pretty much where I'm at. I don't know what to really feel about this. We're essentially not going to be able to have ownership, possession rights to our Apple product, to our iPhones. Because if you really think about it, what happens when you stop paying for that particular monthly fee and you're no longer paying for this iPhone subscription? What happens after that? Does your iPhone automatically lock? Does your Apple ID account, does overall your Apple iCloud account get disabled? What happens then? So it's really a sketchy topic. And as you know, Apple is known for, when it comes to the emphasized, subscription. When you're emphasizing the word subscription in terms of Apple, they're known to having a lot of software subscriptions more than hardware. Those include Apple TV Plus, Apple Music, Apple News Plus, Apple Fitness Plus, and Apple Arcade. You've never seen, in all the years that Apple, you've never seen them make a move so risky, because in my opinion, I find it to be a really risky move, and have a subscription service, but for a particular hardware device now. And like I said, this could be received in so many ways. In my opinion, I think it's going to be received more negatively than positively, because people are not going to have their own rights to their own device. People are not going to be able to repair their own. Oh, and that's just another quick point that I want to mention. I feel like, and from what I've seen, one of the main reasons as to why Apple is making this move is to really, it's really to give a bullet to the whole idea behind the right to repair, and people having the right to repair their own device without resorting to go into an Apple store and have an Apple professional Apple technician do it for them and charge them their own fixed price. Apple really wants to crack down on the whole idea of the right to repair, and I feel like this is one of the reasons they're doing so, because you're essentially not paying to own the device, you're paying to use the device for a particular time period. The only good thing out of this is that every year when a new iPhone comes out, you're going to be able to upgrade to the latest device, to the latest hardware release, which works pretty much similar to Apple's iPhone upgrade program and everything of that sort. Because with the Apple upgrade program, after you've made payments for over 12 months or even up to 24 months, you're eligible to upgrade to the latest device every single year. So that's really one of the ways that Apple really put emphasis on subscription to the hardware front. Another way would be Apple Care extended warranties with your device overall, because Apple Care is tailored to anything repair wise and fixes wise when it comes to the hardware, whether it's battery, display, camera, speaker, whatever. That's what Apple Care really focuses on. So yeah, I mean, again, I really don't know what to feel about this. This is rumored to be active, or this is rumored to arrive starting next year, according to Mark Gurman from Bloomberg. And as you guys know, if you guys are within the tech analyst world, you guys know that Mark Gurman is a really credible source. He knows his stuff, he knows his information. But we shall see. I mean, that's not to say that every tech analyst is 100% correct, because that's not true. There are times where the biggest credible tech analysts of today really get things wrong and really mess up in a lot of rumors and a lot of leaks and a lot of speculation. So take it with a grain of salt, but at the same time, don't sleep on this report from Mark Gurman. So next year, you're going to need to pay a monthly subscription to use your iPhone. Like I said, this is very risky, and I really don't know what to feel about it. I feel like Apple should just let their customers and their consumers pay what they have to pay to own their device, to have possession of their device, and not have to pay a monthly subscription to really use a device that we've been paying for the last decade. It's a risky move to make for the company, and I hope that if they're gonna do something like this, to really take a smart approach. Or you know what, I'll be honest, don't do it at all. I feel like this isn't really necessary. This doesn't need to happen for Apple to really crack down on certain things like the right to repair. Yeah, so that's my overall thoughts on that. I find it risky. I'm not on the same page with Apple. And see, the thing with me, with a lot of these tech companies and all these tech CEOs and the way that they handle things. I'm a very honest fan, I guess you want to say, right? I'm a very honest fan. And if I see something that's dumb, if I see an executive decision or a business decision done by a company, whether it's pricing, a new service, a new piece of hardware, whatever, if I see that this is really a bad idea and that they shouldn't be doing this because it's gonna affect their consumers directly, or it's just gonna be a bad release or a bad product, there's no sugarcoating for me. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, okay, yeah, this sounds risky, but you know what? This is a positive out of it. No, if I see something that I don't agree with, I'm gonna point it out and I'm gonna say, listen, this is a dumb idea, stupid idea. Because as a fan, as a loyal customer, somebody who's been using and buying these products for so many years and following through with their events, their releases, their moves as an overall tech company, it's better to be an honest fan with honest feedback and honest perspectives and not just suck up and sugarcoat everything because these companies will forever take money out of us, the consumers. So when we see that something that's being done in a dumb way and a move that we, you know, don't disagree with, we're going to point it out. At least the people who are honest and straight up, just bold to point things out. Because people will sugarcoat, people will say and pretend like this is not a bad idea when they know damn well it is. So that's just me as a person overall. I'm a very honest person. If I see something that's dumb, I'm going to point it out. And this is just one of those things. I feel like a subscription service for hardware is the least of things that Apple needs to worry right now, to be honest. But yeah, that's like the main um areas that we're gonna touch base on in terms of subscription services. Overall, moral of the story: be smart, be preservative with your money. If you're paying for a subscription service and you can't pay for any few months, cancel it, and repay for it. Find the best plan that suits you. Don't just go buying the biggest plan and thinking, okay, I'm getting all these benefits, but ignoring the fact that you're taking the bullet financially because you're paying, like, say, $100 for this plan that probably either offers minimal upgrades, minimal benefits, or maybe you don't even use these benefits, or maybe some of the benefits don't work or aren't functioning as properly. So be careful with your subscription services. Be careful with your monthly payments. Be smart, and yeah, that's pretty much the moral there. Now, before I wrap up, there are some honorable mentions for this topic of subscription service for this episode, and those are one, PlayStation Plus and everything going on with PlayStation, and two, Crunchyroll. So there's good news and there's bad news for each of these. The bad news, I'll start off with the bad. Crunchyroll is now requiring you to make and pay for a mega fan account to actually watch anime. So before, I actually didn't even know this, but my friend relayed the information to me. You could have watched all anime for free just by having an account. You didn't really have to pay for a mega fan account to watch anime without any ads, for example. You could just watch anime freely through that. Now, you're pretty much obligated. You have to pay for a mega fan account to watch anime on Crunchyroll ad free. At least that's the basic idea. If I'm wrong, please let me know down in the comments and I'll read more into it. Or if you want to give the right information, I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna get mad. But if I'm wrong, please feel free to tell me any details that I'm getting wrong or that are sort of misleading, because the whole idea, I really don't want to give information that is misleading to each and every one of you who listen to these episodes. So if I make a mistake, you guys have all the free will to correct me on it. But that's like the overall aspect that I was told, that pretty much now Crunchyroll users will have to pay for a mega fan account to watch anime ad free. And again, it sucks. It seems just like another desperate money move, and it's just another desperate move from a company that's so large and so big, and also not to mention they acquire Funimation, so this is probably going to translate to Funimation as well. if you have a Funimation account. So just keep an eye out, and like I said, be careful. But yes, and the other side of things that's more good news and that just got announced this morning, today, is Sony and PlayStation Plus. Now, everything going on with PlayStation Plus is a lot of big news. Now, to read the headline, all new PlayStation Plus launches in June with 700 plus games and more value than ever. Now, this is big, big news that I'm just going to discuss here briefly before ending the episode. So, essentially, starting June 2022, PlayStation Plus and PS Now will combine into one service. And Sony will now offer bigger plans for a lot cheaper prices. So not only are you getting PlayStation Plus, which is the online service for you to be able to play games online, you're gonna have a big abundance of games along with that every single month. Now this is fantastic because when the PlayStation 5 first got released in 2020, Sony made this whole PlayStation Plus collection a big deal that every month we're gonna have crap ton of games released on that one collection that's gonna be free if you're paying for PlayStation Plus. You can just download these great hits. Every single month we're gonna get new games no matter what. Now we get games every single month regardless with the PS Plus monthly games. We get for PS5 it's pretty good because we get 2 PS4 titles and then 1 PS5 title that has all the benefits of the PS5. So activity cards, fast loading times, haptic feedback, 4K 60 FPS. And I mean, in some months, not some games were best than others. Some games were rather crap than others whenever they released monthly. But yeah, that's pretty much a taste of getting monthly games for a lot of PlayStation owners, PlayStation users. But this is big time. This is big time because there's more information on this blog post. PlayStation did release the blog post, but I'm just going to briefly discuss this to end off the episode as an honorable mention. This is huge. Now, I'm going to discuss the plan. So, as you guys know, the standard plan, the essential plan, is just paying for PlayStation Plus. So, it provides the same benefits that PlayStation Plus members are getting today, such as 2 monthly downloadable games, which is what I mentioned, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for saved games, online multiplayer access. There are no changes for this plan, so this is just PS Plus. Then, which the prices pretty much stay the same. For the US, you have $10 monthly, $25 quarterly, and then $60 yearly. And then for PlayStation Plus Extra, which these are one of the new plans that combine the games coming from PS Now. Provides all the benefits from every standard PS Plus user, adds a catalog up to 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the extra tier are downloadable for play. Well, again, this is the PS Now part coming into play, and this right here puts a smile in my face, bro. This is exciting, and I can't wait how this is going to play out. 400 games, and 400 seems a lot until I read the next plan, which is PlayStation Plus Premium. Provides all the benefits from the essential and the extra tier. Oh, I forgot about the prices. Sorry. So the prices for the PlayStation Plus Extra will be $15 monthly, which is cheaper than paying quarterly for the standard PS Plus, which you're paying $25 plus $2 of tax, so $27 monthly. Now you could just pay. There's a lot more value here, and that's where they're going at here. That's kind of like their main motif is there's more valuable and it's more flexible. Because not only are we getting all benefits from PS Plus, cloud online storage, multiplayer gaming, 2 monthly game releases, we're getting 400 plus games from PS4 and PS5 for just $15. Because you could just decide to pay $15 because the quarterly price is a little bit more expensive at $40, and then yearly is a crazy $100 price tag. But that's to be expected, and that's understandable. But for premium, we have all the benefits from the essential and the extra tiers, adds up to 340 additional games, including PS3 games available via cloud streaming, a catalog of beloved classic games available in both streaming and download options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP generations. This is insane. Oh my god, you heard it. We have PSP and PS2 download support, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be insane. Um, Also I have here offers custom access for original PS2. Okay, I already read that. Games offered in the extra and premium tiers in markets where PlayStation Now is currently available. Customers can stream games using PS4, PS5 consoles, and PC. Now, again, I will have to read more in this blog post. This is kind of like a last mention because I just read on it and I just learned about it. And I didn't really get time to really research because it just got announced today. So if you guys want me to touch base on this topic once again, I can next week. Read more into this blog and see what else they have to say about this. But PC, you can stream games on PC with the same plan. This is gonna make a lot of fans happy. This is gonna bring a lot of gaming fans together. Time limited game trials will also be offered in this tier, so customers can try select games before they buy. Yes, yes. Thank the Lord. Give us trials, give us betas, whatever the case may be, before we decide to put money into a game. I personally am a fan of this, and I can't wait. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, PS Plus is getting a revamp. I see this as a revamp. They're essentially combining PS Now and PS Plus, which is great. I can't wait to see what titles they come out with these new plans. 400 games, that's a lot. It's a lot of gaming content. So, starting June, so this year, not long to go for this plan to come into fruition. So, we shall see what happens. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 14 of the show. We're back. We're back on schedule. We're back on releasing weekly episodes. But like I said, there might be more times where I tend to take breaks, either for myself or for the purpose of the show in the future. But we're back here for more, so I'm glad to be back as well. I'll leave you guys with the disability fact of the episode on the screen. Hope you guys have a good day. We'll see you guys next week for episode 15. We are officially 6 episodes away from episode 20. Another minor but big milestone for me personally. And also keep an eye out on Spotify as well, as I'll be continuing releasing the latest episodes of the show on there as well. Thank you guys for listening. Take care. See you next week.